Good morning, Facebook. I'm letting people go in front of me because I'm nice. So nice. No. It's foggy where I'm at. I don't know where you're at. But I'd love to know, like, where are you guys at? Put in the comments, where are you at? I'm in Central California, a little town called Hanford. It's a cow town, farming town. That's where I'm at. Where are you? Where are you guys at? I want to know. Tell me. Tell me where you're at. Some of you, I know where you're at because I see some of my friends getting on. But I'm curious, where's everybody from? Put in the comments. I'd like to know. And don't just put a state. Like, put a town and a state. If you're out of California, you know, you can include the state. But I want to know, where you guys all from? Where's everybody? What are you doing? Because where I'm at right now, it's foggy. So I gotta drive slow. And getting my daughter to school is, like, difficult because it's super foggy and everybody... It's interesting to me that people who live here, like, live in towns that get fog, do not know how to drive once the fog hits. They're like, it's fog, like, let's go 10 miles an hour. I get that you need to slow down, but, like, it's not that foggy yet. You know what I mean? So it, like, trips me out. Like, all of a sudden people are like, oh my God, fog, I don't know what to do. Yeah, interesting. But okay, I see Hanford, Healdsburg, Exeter. All right, I like it. All semi-local to me. You guys aren't too far away. That's cool. I'm wearing green today. You guys, I don't know about you, but green is one of my favorite colors. Slow the roll. No, I'm not saying to speed in the fog, Alonzo. I'm not saying that. But I mean, I couldn't even show you because if I turned my camera around, like, you wouldn't, iPhones don't pick up, like, the fog, really. Like, yeah, you could see it's foggy, but you can't really tell, like, the depth of it. I mean, it's foggy enough. I'm going 55. That's the speed limit. I can see clearly. I can see 3 poles, 2.5, 3 poles in front of me. Like, there's no reason that I should be going 20 miles an hour. Like, that's ridiculous. It really is. It is visible enough to go the speed limit. And so when people are, like, slamming brakes and going 20, like, that's when people get in accidents because people drive like an idiot. Because it is clear enough to go the speed limit. If it were foggier, more foggy, whatever, I would say yes, slow down even more. But it's not. So yeah, that's my take on fog. I grew up in the fog. Like, so it's ridiculous to me. I'm like, you can go the speed limit. It's not that foggy. I can see houses. Like, it gets foggy enough to where, like, you literally are driving down the street and you can't see the houses that you're passing. Like, it gets that foggy, and by all means, slow down in that sense. But right now, I can see clear. Like, there is fog, but it's not that foggy. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. But anywho, so yeah, I'm just curious where you guys are all from. So put it in the comments because I want to know. But I didn't get to go live yesterday and, like, chat with you all, and I was really bummed about it. I don't know, my service was being really weird. What I think is because I limited my data, right? So, like, we have a limited data between me and my husband, and when we get close to hitting that limit, then it will slow down our internet speed so that we don't go over, right? Which is awesome because you don't want to go over, but it's not awesome because I can't go live. So, I talked to my carrier and I got things straightened out so that I have more, like, unlimited data and I don't have to worry about it again. So yay. So I'm here, I'm back, I'm live. But I kind of wanted to touch base on yesterday because it was like, Facebook was nuts yesterday. Even Instagram got a little crazy with some of the memes and pictures and stuff. And some of it's fun and games and people, haha, but some of it is just mean. Like, regardless of who's president, whether you supported them or not, that's who's president. Like, we can't change it. So why are we going to be mean and hateful to each other? Like, we all still live here, right? Unless you're like one of those people that's like, oh, if so-and-so wins, I'm moving to Canada. Well, then move. Like, bye. You know what I mean? Like, we all still live in America. Like, regardless of who's president, regardless of whether or not we like them, we still live here. We still have to live with each other as human beings, as Americans. Like, be nice, for Christ's sake. Like, I see people, you know, calling other people names just because they supported a person. And, like, maybe you don't even know the extent of somebody's support. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I talked to some friends of mine yesterday who were saying that they were supporting one person strictly because they didn't want the other person to win. And that's not even like, it's not like they supported that person's politics. They were just like, I don't want this person to win. And I think that a lot of people did that because, I mean, let's be honest. We were not thrilled with our candidates, right? Okay. Majority-wise, we weren't like, woohoo! These people are running for president. It was kind of like, what? These are what we're picking. So I get that they weren't our best choices, but in the end, one of them was gonna win, right? So, like, why is everybody all upset? Like, either way, we were either gonna be like, oh, okay, I voted for them, or oh, I didn't vote for them, or oh, I didn't vote at all, right? But why are we gonna be hateful to each other? We all still live here in America. We all still live with each other, so why are you gonna hate each other? Like, if anything, we should be coming together more, right? Like, if you want changes to go on in our states, in our home country, like, we need to be that change. If you're sick of racism and you're sick of all this stuff, then don't be that person. You know, you're sick of, I can't even, like, I'm just about it. I can't even think of examples. Like, all the things that you don't like, then be the opposite of that. If you don't like when people are hateful, then don't be hateful to other people. And part of that is being hateful to people that are hateful. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're mean to somebody who's mean, nobody benefits from that. You're just being like them, right? So why not be nice? Spread kindness. Like, I get it. We don't all agree on things. I don't agree with half the crap everybody says. But I'm not on their feed belittling them or saying hateful things to somebody that I disagree with. That's stupid. Like, it is beyond stupid to talk down to somebody that you disagree with. What does that do? That does absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. If anything, it tears us apart even more. And I think that is right now where our country's at. Oh, you're not like me. You are saying things that I don't agree with. Therefore, now I don't like you, and I'm going to make you feel like crap. Like, that's literally what's going on. And it's not cool. It's not. The president is who it is. President Donald Trump. Some people throwing parties, some people not. I'm not going to speak on this situation because, you know what? It is what it is. Whatever. Like, we have to move on, guys. Sometimes I feel, I mean, like, okay, I'm not like super like history government teacher. Like, I don't know the ins and outs and all that crap. But I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but we're a democracy, right? So like it's ran like the people, right? Aren't we supposed to be more, right? So I feel like the president is kind of like, it's just like the face. It's just like the face. And they put them there so that we could all hate them when things go wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're not the end all be all. Like, we still have checks and balances. We still can overturn a decision that they make. We can still say no if they say yes. Like, we don't have to follow what they say all the time, right? Like, am I right on that? I think I need like one of my government teacher friends to be on here. A constitutional republic. Okay, so whatever. We follow the Constitution. And I'm pretty sure it's we the people, by the people, for the people, right? Like, I mean, from what I remember from government class so many years ago in high school, like, right? So, you can hate the president all you want, but in the end, like, they're not the end all of our country. Right? Like, even like when our past president he did 8 terms, right? Or 8 years, so 2 terms. And so I heard a lot of people even talking about things they didn't agree with that. And like, you know, stuff that he was trying to pass or whatever. But in the end, like, we get to vote, right? So like, when people go in blindly to a vote, they're like, I'm just going to vote, whatever, so-and-so told me this, so that's who I'm voting for. I'm not going to lie, I've done that before. When I was younger, I was just like, oh, this is what my dad said, so this is what I'm voting for because I trust my dad. Because I know my dad does his research, right? So, and I trust my dad. But now, I do my own research. I'm like, okay, we're voting on this measure, right? What is it about? Let me do a little research. Let me read the actual booklet that comes in the mail and tells you what all these bills are for. Let me read what these politicians are about and see if I support them. I do not listen to the media when it comes to voting for anything. I don't care. They could have, the sad children vote for measure, whatever, because it's going to benefit the kids. It might. It's called propaganda, guys. Like, the reason that commercials slander somebody or lift somebody else up, it's propaganda. Like, that's what it does. It's supposed to try and sway your opinion. But what you should really do is look at the facts. What does that bill, support? Where's the money going? Who's it coming from? Like, is it going to raise taxes if we do this? Is it going to lower taxes if we do that? Like, do the research. Like, you can't just get mad. And that's what I feel like, generally speaking. I know there are tons of you that do your research and really look into things, and that's awesome. Thank you. But I know that I feel like a majority of people just kind of like, oh, well, the media said this, so that must be true. Or, well, the media showed me this, I saw on Facebook this, so now I'm going to vote for that person, or I'm going to support that bill. But I feel like media is so slandered. Okay, so like, I was watching the polls on TV, and this specific station that I just had it on, I just happened to like, oh, okay, here it is, it's on. They were so one-sided. Like, it was crazy how negative they were being towards one of our potential presidents. And was it intentional? Like, I don't know. I feel like it kind of was. But I didn't let that sway my opinion on the candidates. Do you know what I mean? Like, but the media can be so one-sided because in the long run, the media decides what the media puts out, right? I wish it were, that the media was always like, here are the facts, unbiased, unopinionated, this is the truth, here you go. But it is not that. It is not that. The media is not that. Half the crap you see in the media is a little bit fabricated, a little bit embellished, and sometimes the facts aren't even there. Like, it's crazy. I have many friends in law enforcement, in, lawyers, government, stuff like that. I know lots of people that do that. And I have heard so many things about, like, murders, for example, that go on in my exact town that I have never seen on the media. I've never seen it on the news. And I'm like, you cannot just be like, okay, well, it said on the news this, so that must be true. No, no, that's not how it works, guys. I hate to burst anybody's bubble who thinks that the media is completely honest, because they're not. It is crazy the things that go on probably in your town that you don't even know about because they do not put it in the media. It is like legit, it's crazy. Years ago, a friend of mine was murdered and half of it was not even put on the news. Like, parts of it were given, but most of it was not. Most of it was not. And it's interesting because people who are outside of the situation, they only knew what the media showed, right? So that's all they believed, and it was skewed opinion based on what the media showed, right? So same things happened with the polls, same things were happening with the presidential campaigns, where one side is saying negative about the other, and then you watch another commercial and it's that side saying something negative about the other, and in the end, like, how do we know what's true? Like, you don't know unless you do your own research. Like, you cannot always trust what you see on TV and what's in the news. And it was interesting because I was watching one news channel, and like I said, they were biased towards one side, and then I like switched to another channel and they were biased to the other side. And if you only watched one of them, then you might start to sway your opinion like a little bit, because you see all the positive for one person and all this negative for the other. But then you change to the other station and it switches, all positive for this person and all the negative for this person. Like, it's ridiculous. It really is. My voice got like really high right there. Ridiculous. But yeah, so you guys, I hope my social media feed, when I get to scroll later today, is a little bit nicer. We all still live in America, regardless of who's president, regardless whether you like them or not. We are still here. I am still here. I'm not leaving. I love this country. We are fortunate. We may have some crazy things going on right now, but currently we are still fortunate, you guys, and we need to fight as a people to be better and nicer and more compassionate to each other. What is it? What's that show? Orange is the New Black, where she's like, she needs some Jesus. Well, you know what? I'm not even a super religious person. I'm not a church frequenter. And I don't need any flack for that either, you guys. I have my beliefs, I have my stuff. But sometimes that is like the first thing that pops in my head is that person needs a God. They need some Jesus. They need something, like a belief of some kind, because the hate that comes out of these people's mouth is ridiculous to me. Ridiculous. And I don't know. It's flabbergasted. Is that the word? Flabbergasted? Like, where you're like, what? And even sometimes people that claim to be with God or super religious, and then I hear them spewing hate towards somebody else because they have a difference of opinion on a political candidate. Like, are you kidding me? I don't accept it. It's okay to have differences of opinions. That is why we came to America, was to have freedom of our beliefs. And if you're going to hate somebody else because they believe differently, then by all means, please leave this country, because that is stupid. Period. Because, tell me if I'm wrong, but was America not founded because we wanted, when I say we, I mean our ancestors and people who came to America wanted to leave England and other countries. Hold on, guys. I'm coming. Okay. And other countries, because we didn't want to be oppressed by our government. We didn't want to be told that we could only be this religion. We didn't want to be told that we could only, dress a certain way or be a certain way and follow all these rules that we didn't want. So we came to America to have freedom of religion, to be able to freely express our opinions without the government telling us we can't, right? So for God Almighty, please step in and smack some of these people around, because, or I don't know, some karma, something needs to be going down, because we are in this country to have our freedoms. And it's okay. You know what? I don't agree with what people say all the time. Sometimes it's hateful, but if I come at those people with more hate, that does not fix anything. Am I right? I can't be alone in this, guys. I can't be the only person that believes this. Because it really hurts my heart to see people that I love and care about fighting each other because they don't agree on our politics. I think the other day I talked about controlling the controllable, right? Some things we have control over. And I know, somebody who told me the other day that they didn't vote because it's all electoral votes anyways. My vote doesn't count. So I was like, okay, I gotta figure this out. Because at first, when I first hear it, it makes sense. You're like, oh yeah, my vote doesn't count. But then if you look into what the electoral vote is, it's the majority of the vote goes to that candidate. So if, let's say, California, for example, California, if I remember correctly, in the polls, majority voted for Hillary Clinton. Therefore, California's electoral votes go to Hillary Clinton because majority of California voted that way. Some other states, I can't think of another state, but another state, majority voted for Donald Trump. So that state's electoral votes go to Donald Trump. Okay? So your vote does count because you can be part of that majority or minority. You know what I mean? So yes, your vote counts. I wish that I had figured this out sooner. I wish that other people knew this sooner because now, we are where we're at. But, yeah. So your vote counts, you guys. Electoral votes, yes. The electoral votes go, how they divvy out. But your vote counts towards deciding where the electoral vote goes. So your vote super counts. I talked about politics way more than I really wanted to. But the main thing that I really just want to get out to you guys, be kind. It is not that hard to just smile at somebody. If you don't like their opinion, that's fine. But you don't have to belittle them and make them feel like crap just because they don't agree with you. And vice versa, people. It goes both ways. It's a two-way street. You can have an opinion without sharing it with everybody. I'm pretty sure that you guys don't know who I voted for. Did I tell you? No. You know why? Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to argue with people on politics because it's silly. That'd be like me arguing with somebody about, about religion or about stuff that, no. Those are things you don't argue about. People, you do your own research, you have your own opinions, and you live life the best you can and be nice to people, right? So that's just my take on it all. But on a side note, look at this beautiful green. I love green. Green is one of my favorite colors. Green and royal purple. So if you do anything today, let's post something nice on Facebook. Let's not share any politics. Let's not share some funny meme. Let's not share some hateful opinion. Let's share something nice. Let's take a selfie of your smiling, beautiful face and tell people to have a great day. Those are the kind of posts I want to see today. I don't want to see all this hate and drama and because I guarantee that whatever you post that's hateful, that's political, that's some article, you're not going to sway anybody's opinion because people make their own opinions, right? At least I do. I do my own research. I don't just say, oh, well, so-and-so said this, so now I believe that. No. If you're a grown adult, that's not how life should work. So, positivity spreads. Yes, Courtney. Oh, my God. Mwah, I love you. Thank you. It does, you guys. Spread positive. Smile. Be nice. Be kind. Because the world is crazy as it is. Why? Don't contribute to that. Please don't. So, I'm getting all up in your face today. Happy Thursday. Today is my Friday. Tomorrow's Veterans Day. Thankful for, everybody who has fought for our country in the past, who is still fighting. I'm blessed to be in this country, regardless of who's president and regardless of all the chaos and things going on. I am so thankful that I'm here in America and that I'm an American citizen. I love you guys. Go forth. Have a good day. Spread love. Be nice. Be kind. And, yeah. If you post something positive, I want to see it. Tag me. Love you guys. Bye.